Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunday. We're doing some meal prepping. So today we're going to be doing a quinoa veggie bowl with a tahini dressing. So it's going to be super easy and healthy and you can eat it all week. So let's get started. Okay, so we have a bunch of veggies over here. We're going to prep and prepare. But before I did, let's actually make this up. I did preheat the oven to 400 degrees for our roasting. So we have cauliflower, carrots, an onion. We're gonna actually use this garlic for something later, and some broccoli. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of, basically just cut everything up, throw it in a big bowl, toss it with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and some spices, and get it ready for roasting. So let's do that. So with cauliflower, what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut off these big pieces. Then we're going to cut out the core to the best of our abilities by just going in. Yeah, and it kind of will just come off the big part of the core. So we'll move our vegetables over here. So let's actually go in a little bit more. Should be able to get this all off the main core with our knife. Awesome. So we have our big core pieces here. So we're going to actually give these guys a rinse. All right, pat them dry with a paper towel. You're going to make a mess. It's okay. Just, embrace it. Clean up after. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off any big pieces of stem and just kind of cut these into florets. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so we have some cauliflower in here. We didn't use all the cauliflower, and that's fine. We'll just save that for another day. So what we'll do is just put it over here. Okay, so we have some carrots here, which I'm actually not going to peel because I don't have a good peeler. But I am going to clean them. So let's go over here. We'll wash them. I know the sink is a mess, but it's okay. All right, so we're gonna cut these in decent sized chunks. So I always just take off the tops, we'll cut the bottoms, we'll cut that one after. And I'm just gonna cut it into, I don't know, maybe an inch. So we have our onions, our cauliflower, and our carrots now. So let's grab one of these broccoli heads. We're not going to use both, so I'm going to just grab one. Use whatever veggies you like, right? I like the combo of carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, and onion. If you like peppers, you can do peppers. You can do whatever you want. They didn't have Brussels sprouts at the store. But Brussels sprouts would have been awesome. Okay. Broccoli's a little easier to cut. I just cut off the big stem pieces. Let's put these in our bowl as well. All right, so we have all of our veggies in this bowl. Some olive oil, which we have right here. Let's be very generous with the olive oil. All right, it's gonna flavor everything. Some pepper. Salt. So let's grab some garlic powder and some onion powder. Really amp up that onion flavor. Okay. And I think that's what we'll do for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of toss them around with my hands. Right, kind of break up any of the big pieces. We got some big pieces of onion in here. Awesome. So these we're just gonna put to the side. We're actually gonna clean up. We're back. So cleaned up. We got our veggies kind of chilling in this bowl. We're gonna prep our quinoa and actually start, making it. So quinoa is a grain. I like it a lot with veggies. You could do rice, you could do farro, you could do couscous, whatever you want. So this is super easy. It takes about 20 minutes. So this will probably be done before the veggies, but that's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 cup of quinoa. I'm actually just reading the directions. For 2 cups of liquid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine them both in a saucepan, boil, simmer, turn it off, kind of like you're making rice. So let's prep that now. All right, about 1 cup there. You couldn't see me do it, but I did pour. Okay, so we'll grab 2 cups of water. All right. So we have our saucepan here. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna toast the quinoa a little bit before we throw the water in. So I'm actually gonna turn this on to about a medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a little olive oil. I'm gonna let it get warm. And while we wait for this to heat up, I'm gonna grab the veggies and throw them on the sheet tray that I lined with nonstick foil, so we don't have to add more olive oil. This is a huge sheet pan. You might want to do 2 sheet pans, but this one should be fine. Move everyone around. All right, so let's actually throw our veggies in the oven. Our oven. Throw these guys in. Oh, how big this pan is. Close it up. We're gonna start with 25 minutes. So we just set our oven to 25 minutes to start. At about 12 minutes, I'll move them around to make sure everything's cooking and browning evenly. We'll also get our quinoa going that you can't see here. And then we'll be eating soonish. So, all right, we have, as you can see, our oil. The oil is starting to heat up, which is good, which is what we want. So let's actually bring our quinoa over here and our water. And I'm going to use a rubber spatula to move the quinoa around. So let's get that even warmer. Okay, cool. So this is nice and hot. We're gonna add in our quinoa. And we are just going to toast it a little bit. So you can hear it. It's sizzling a little bit. I'm gonna add a little salt. All right, it's been about a minute, so we're gonna add in our water. As you can hear, it's hot. Awesome. So it's nice and hot. We're gonna bring this guy up to a boil and then reduce to simmer. So we're actually gonna keep this measuring cup because we will make our dressing in here for the veggies and quinoa. So let's walk over here and just talk dressing for a second. And I actually found the recipe on the tahini. So they sell this in the mustard section of any supermarket you go to. I wish I could tell you how long it took me to find this. I thought I only had to order it online. Literally, this was $3. It's a huge amount, and they sell it at I don't know, whatever store you go to. So this is a super easy recipe. I'm actually just reading it right now. It's equal parts tahini, water. We're gonna add lemon, salt, a little garlic, and pepper. So let's get that going. So we have our measuring cup. That's what we're gonna make everything in. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of each, water and tahini. I have a half of a tablespoon, so there'll be 4 of these. Let's grab our lemon. So we have our lemon here, tahini. We'll grab some water, filtered water from the sink, salt, and this is why we have our garlic, right? So let's actually take 2 cloves of garlic and just crush it and roughly chop it. So I'll move this over. While we were doing that, I could actually hear our quinoa starting to boil. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this down to a medium low, almost low. We're gonna throw the cover on. And when our veggies are done, the quinoa should probably be done. So let's leave that. Walk back over to the dressing situation. So we have our garlic. So let's open up our tahini. So tahini will have an oil layer on top. Let's see if I can get a better angle of this. See the oil layer? So what we're gonna do, it's like natural peanut butter. We're gonna mix this up with a spoon. And really mix it up. Okay, so we have our tahini nice and mixed, a little bit better than before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of our tahini. This is a half a tablespoon measure, so I'm gonna take actually 4 of these. So let's go like this, 1. It's gonna make a mess, it's okay. 2. 3. And 4. Awesome. So now they said do equal parts water. So let's actually move over to our sink. And I have my water has a filter on it. So I'm gonna use the filtered water. I mean, if you wanna use tap, use tap. 1. You can't see me, can you? We just did 2, 3, and 4. And we're just gonna use our measuring spoon. I know it's kind of dirty on the side, and combine this all together. Right, we're just combining, we're combining. It's gonna look kind of weird, a little chunky, that's okay. It's already starting to smooth out a lot. Awesome, so this is nice and combined. Cool. So it's actually, we'll put that there. So we're gonna do about a half of a lemon. Okay, then we're gonna use our citrus squeezer. I'm gonna put one of these halves in here, get it to fit. Go over like this, and just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, our lemon. We'll add in our garlic as well. Great. So it's gonna look a little thinner. We have the lemon juice kind of floating on top. Can you see garlic? We're gonna add in some pepper and some salt. And I'm actually gonna take my handy dandy little whisk and just whisk it all together. Let's get a little taste. Ooh, that is good. I am going to clean up, move around the veggies that are in the oven, and let everything just do its thing, and I'll see you back in about 10. All right. So I think she thinks it's time to eat because I usually film at dinner time, but it's 2:40. Not yet. Soon. So our quinoa is actually done. I'll give you a look at it right here. Take this off. So you can see it's absorbed all the water. The grains have come out. So we're actually gonna shut this off. I'm just gonna give it a little move around with my spoon. And we're just gonna let this chill out. Okay, so our veggies need another like 10 minutes or so. You know, when they're starchy and bigger, you gotta cook it longer. So we're just gonna give it another 10 minutes. We're gonna leave our quinoa on the stove, just heat off, and then we'll be back, put it all together, we'll eat, and feel really healthy because we eat vegetables and quinoa. Okay, we're back. So it's been actually about 15 minutes, a little longer than 10, but let's actually take our veggies out. Get up close and personal with some of these veggies. You know, we see some char on here. They look awesome. We got our quinoa over here, also looking awesome. So let's build our quinoa veggie bowl. We have a bowl here. We're gonna grab our quinoa and our veggies and we're gonna load it up with the dressing. So let's take our quinoa first. It's still gonna be really hot, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna grab our veggies. Let's think about the smartest way to do this. So this quinoa veggie deliciousness is good on its own. But what I'm going to do actually, add in some fresh arugula. It'll instantly wilt. We're actually going to add a good amount. I love arugula, as you guys probably already know. So we're going to actually toss this in. So I know I usually sit down and eat. I'm actually going to just try this, let it cool, throw it in the fridge because I'm going to use this as our meal prep quinoa salad lunch for the week. So let's grab a fork and let's give it a taste. I know it looks like I'm eating out of this giant bowl, but I'm going to grab some arugula, some quinoa. There's a lot of veggies in here. That is awesome. It's tasty. You can taste the sesame of the tahini. It's not like overwhelming. It's perfect. My cat is very upset. Put the recipe down in the description. Remember, please subscribe. The subscribe link is always here in the corner. It'll say subscribe and you can click on it during the video. It doesn't take you to another page. It's super easy. You also don't need a YouTube account to subscribe. Gmail, any Google account works. So next week, I want to do a chicken tender video. I love chicken tenders. I'm probably gonna do it in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, I will provide how to deep fry and bake the chicken tenders along with a honey mustard dipping sauce from scratch, which is so easy. You could probably guess what the ingredients are. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this cool, put it away, have my lunches for the week, and I hope you guys have a great week as well.